Greetings and welcome to another edition of Pirate Parents Live. My name is Carter Fenwick. I'm the Director of Parent Family Programs here at ECU. And this is a video series that brings you information on resources for your ECU student. This is our second video in the series covering the Student Success Hubs. And so today we're focusing specifically on the Financial Wellness Hub. With me is Director Kevin Sutton and Mustafa, one of the student interns in the hub. So Kevin, can you kick us off by, in one sentence, telling us what the Financial Wellness Hub is?
Sure thing. Yeah, so the Financial Wellness Hub is a resource on campus for undergraduates, graduate students, etc., to essentially schedule financial tutoring to learn any financial topics such as budgeting or credit or student loan repayment, essentially anything that's finance related that people expect adults to know. We're here to kind of bridge that gap and help with that education.
Awesome. So what services and programs do you offer students?
So the services and programs that we do offer range from budgeting to credit, as well as student loan repayment, and even post-grad. We offer help, figuring out your take-home income for some of the job offers you might receive. And I need to highlight one thing, that our services are for all ECU students, as well as once those students graduate, you have up to a year to book with us, even post-grad.
I love that up to 1 year after you graduate, you can use these services. Because like you said, these are the things that you're, adulting, supposed to know. And so having that available resource is really wonderful. But since we talked about resources, what is each of your favorite resource that you offer and why?
I'll let you go first.
So my personal favorite would have to be the credit, any of the credit workshops as well as the credit appointments. I think it is a pivotal part of us, our lives, especially as young adults, young students, and having the understanding, that knowledge of how your credit score works, how to raise it, what goes into each credit score is really important, because as you transition out of college, you start having to make bigger purchases, such as potentially putting a down payment on your first house, on your first car, and those all require an understanding of your credit score.
I can tell you're passionate about it. I like it.
Yes.
Yeah. I like credit as well, just because I feel like there's so much to pull back the curtain on. So even people with a high credit score can learn something. And I think that's really cool. The other thing that I think is probably one of my favorites is just our appointments in general. It's such a cool feeling as a coach, and I'm sure you and the rest of the intern team can agree, to have that individual conversation with the students, figure out, okay, well, what's going on in your life? Are you trying to save money on food? Let's work on some strategies together. And you can kind of see that aha moment. And I think that's what makes it so awesome from my perspective.
I love it. So what advice would you give students or our parents watching about talking to their student, or about, students talking about their finances?
Yeah, I mean, rule of thumb, I would say your personal finances are personal. So while we can provide recommendations, you all can provide recommendations. What works for some people may not work for everyone. But in general, having at least, no matter what the situation is, to have an awareness of where your money's going. So, if you're a student, at least be in the room while someone files the FAFSA. If you're not filing it directly yourself, be aware of what your student loans are, what you're accepting. Track your expenses for a week when you first get here. That way, no matter what's going on, where your money's going, it's not about these things are good to buy and these things are bad to buy. It's really about that knowledge piece.
That was really wonderful advice. Thank you for sharing. So where can students and parents find your services that you offer?
So we have our in-person office, which is located in the first floor of the student center. We generally are open from 9 in the morning till 5 p.m. We offer walk-ins, for general advice and such, but if it requires more than just general advice, we do offer appointments both in person and virtual.
Yeah, and on the piggybacking off of the virtual presence, we have our digital resources. Our website is on the studentaffairs.ecu.edu. We're under that branch there. You search financial wellness, you'll see our webpage there. Also a breakdown of our other services as well. And then our Instagram handle is at East Carolina _FWH. We post things not just about the internship opportunity for people that want to work with our office, but also things related to when scholarships are available and billing reminders and anything that's financial related, even if it's not financial education, which is the main purpose of our office. We also understand that there's a lot of financial things on students' minds when they're here, and we try to provide that timely education.
Awesome. Well, thank you both so much for joining me this morning. And thank you for tuning in to learn about the Financial Wellness Hub. Our next Pirate Parents Live on our Student Success Hubs will be on the Career Services Hub. So make sure you check it out.